Hello everybody and welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be looking at a track by two artists that I really enjoy. The first is Liv Kristine, who I absolutely love this woman. She's got a fantastic voice. For those who don't know who she is, Liv Kristine Espinaeus was born in February 1976 and is better known as Liv Kristine. She is a Norwegian singer-songwriter who has performed and composed songs for various subgenres of heavy metal. She started her career in the music industry as a vocalist for the gothic metal band Theatre of Tragedy, a band that I absolutely love and adore. They are one of my favourite bands. I absolutely love Theatre of Tragedy, and I always thought this woman had a phenomenal voice. She is also the former lead vocalist for the band Leaves' Eyes, another fairly well-known band, and she is also known for her work in close association with her then-husband and leader of the German band Atrocity, Alexander Kroll. Currently, she is singing with German band Midnattsol, alongside her younger sister, Carmen Elise Espinaeus. There you go. And of course, there comes Michelle Darkness as well. Now, I've only ever actually heard one album by this guy. I actually have his only solo album called A Brand New Drug, which was released in 2007. But he's got a phenomenal voice. He's got a really sort of deep, sort of... I can't quite explain it, but he's got a really great voice. And Michelle Darkness, born January 1975, his real name being Michael Huber. And he is also the vocalist and guitarist for the German bands Bury Me Deep and End of Green. He's only ever released the one solo album, but I know End of Green have got quite an extensive catalogue, so there we go, that's who they are. And we're going to be looking at a track called Love Decay. So this is going to be awesome for me, you know, hearing both Michelle Darkness and Liv Kristine singing in the same track is just going to be amazing, because they've both got fantastic voices. So I've got the lyrics up here. Let's see where this goes. So Liv Kristine and Michelle Darkness, Love Decay.
Love decay, love caused to
Now, I've got to say, this track, it kind of reminds me of Sisters of Mercy, but maybe sort of like a more modern version of it, you know, the combination of the sort of deep male voice and the almost operatic voice of the female artist. It's very, 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 very good. And given that this is actually off Liv Kristine's albums, Michelle Darkness is actually doing most of the singing. But, you know, I'm not complaining about it. I really like it. The music in the background seems very typically Theatre of Tragedy in sound. But it's also got that sort of old school sort of Sisters of Mercy goth style feel to it. Yeah, the song itself it's pretty basically written in a way. It opens with Michelle Darkness singing "Love Decay, Love Cast Away. Words crumble into dust, skin to skin. You're innocent, but who am I to trust?" And then Liv Kristine comes in saying, "I feel the blow to turn around. Make our love revive just one more time." And then both together, "Can we be creatures of the night?" And then they go into the chorus, "I am bound to live forever. I am alive enough to sense you. Why am I hiding? Are we only dying?" And then it goes back to Michelle Darkness. "Your breath of life, I feel your burn like sunshine on a rock. Sin by sin, you're innocent, and who am I to trust?" Then goes back to Liv Kristine. "I don't know how to turn this page. Make our life revive. Someday it ends." Then both together again. "Can we be lovers in the light?" Then into the chorus. "I am bound to live forever. I am live enough to sense you. Why am I hiding? Are we only dying? I am cursed to love in darkness. I'm alive enough to touch you. Why am I breathing? Am I only dying to crumble into dust?" So there you go. It's. I mean, the track itself being called "Love Decay" kind of suggests that it is, in essence, a love song. And given the way it's been worded, it almost sounds like they're possibly vampires by the sound of things, because they're always. It says "cursed to love in darkness." You know, obviously they can't stay in the light, and it's like, why am I hiding? Are we only dying? I am alive enough to sense you. I am bound to live forever. You know, these are all suggestions of possibly an immortality sort of state, and you know, possibly a vampiric sort of feel. Maybe, I don't know. But so far, I really love the track. Like I say, it reminds me of classic old sort of goth metal from like the 80s. But anyway, let's carry on. we go. Love Decay by Liv Kristine and Michelle Darkness. Now, I really loved that track. I thought it was fantastic. You know, as I said before, I absolutely love Liv Kristine's voice. She has got a phenomenal voice. I was a huge fan of Theatre of Tragedy back in the day. I still have tons of their albums where she's singing. You know, I've always loved her voice. She's got such a strong and powerful voice. And excuse me, and Michelle Darkness, you know, he's got that really sort of deep, rich tone to his voice when he's singing. The way he sings in this actually isn't quite the same way as he sang on his solo album Brand New Drug. His voice was a lot smoother on his solo track. On his solo album, in this track, it's slightly different, but you know, still good. And it's like I said before, it's very reminiscent of that sort of 80s gothic metal, like things like Sisters of Mercy and the like. And it's very, very, very good. Musically, you could definitely hear the you could hear the inspiration of Theatre of Tragedy coming through in the music. You know, there's a lot of Theatre of Tragedy in that music, even though, excuse me, it's not Theatre of Tragedy. Fantastic. Turns out that I ended up pausing it quite close to the end of the song. I seem to be making a habit of that of late. But the track carried on. Why am I thriving? Why am I denying? Why am I longing? I feel the blow to turn around. Make our love revive just one more time. Can we be creatures of the night? And then it came into the second version of the chorus. I am cursed to love in darkness. I'm alive enough to touch you. Why am I breathing? Am I only dying to crumble into dust? And then it came into the outro. Are we only dying? Crumble into dust. Love decay. Love decay. So, as I said, it's definitely a sort of love song, but they're talking almost about a doomed love that, you know, they can only meet at very, very specific times, and, you know, any deviation from that, and, you know, they will die. So, you know, as I suggested before, possibly vampires. I mean, there's even a line there, can we be creatures of the night, which is a very typical phrase used to describe vampires. So it could possibly be a vampire that's in love with a human, possibly, and you know, because it only seems to be from a single person's point of view. It says, I am cursed to love in darkness. I'm alive enough to touch you. Why am I breathing? Am I only dying to crumble into dust? So it could very well be that could very well be that possibly Michelle Darkness is portraying the vampire, as it were, because he's talking about, you know, your breath of life, I feel you'll burn like sunshine on a rock, sin by sin, you're innocent. You know, that's like the opening lines of the song. It sounds like he's talking to this woman and saying, you know, your breath of life, so you're alive, I can feel the warmth of your skin, it burns like sunshine on a rock, etc., etc. You know, and he could well be this vampire person who is in love with this woman. So, you know, that could be what it's about. It's a lovely song, you know. I love the music. I love the execution of the vocals. You know, I just really enjoy it. I love this kind of music, that sort of gothic metal, as it were. Very, very good. I'm glad that I had that song. Yeah, but I'm going to leave it as it is for now. If anybody would like to suggest a track for me to react to, then please do so by all means. You can drop a comment in the comment section below, or message me on my Facebook or my Instagram. You could also message me through Patreon, where you could also help to support me, help support this channel, so I can create new and better content in the future. Do know, however, that if you do make a suggestion, it might take me a while to get around to it, since I get suggested so many tracks every single day. My list grows faster than I can record the videos. For every one video I record, I get suggested another 12. But I do write down every suggestion I get, so it will get done eventually. It just might take me a while to get there. Also, Metalhead Reacts is a proud supporter of the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, a British-based charity whose main goal is to put an end to hate crimes, mainly those hate crimes that involve people of the alternative culture. I mean, obviously they want to put an end to all hate crimes, but the alternative subculture is their main reason for the foundation existing. And it's something I very strongly believe in, because every single day, all around the world, people who listen to alternative music or wear alternative fashion are getting violently attacked just because of their taste in clothes and music. And, you know, it's getting ridiculous. It's getting worse. You know, people are getting hospitalized just because they like heavy metal or, you know, gothic rock or whatever, you know, just because they like alternative music, because they don't fit in to the societal norm. People are getting attacked. And, you know, it's getting out of control. And this goes on every single day, but we're not hearing enough about it. It's not getting enough coverage in the news. And it is a hate crime. You know, you're attacking someone because they are different in your opinion, you know. And, you know, like I said, people are getting severely hurt, people are getting severely injured, people are getting hospitalised, people are getting beaten so badly just because of their taste in music. It's utterly ridiculous, but it's happening every single day, you know. And it's something that doesn't make sense to me. It's never made sense to me. I mean, I've been bullied and attacked and insulted since I was about 11 years old. So, you know, it's been going on for some 28 years. You know, I've been bullied and attacked and stuff just because of my taste in music, and it's never made sense to me. It's like, how does my taste in music affect your life in any way? It really doesn't. How does the way that I dress affect your life in any way? It doesn't. If you don't like the way I'm dressing, don't look at me. I'm not making you listen to my music, so what is the problem here? You know, it's something that's never made sense to me, because, you know, you don't attack someone because they like different movies or TV shows to you, so why would you attack them because of the taste in music? You know, it's ridiculous, but it's happening all the time. And it's getting out of hand to the point where a young woman, Sophie Lancaster, and her boyfriend, Rob Maltby, were attacked by a group of people. About 5 or 6 people attacked them and beat them and kicked them so brutally that Rob Maltby was in a coma for several days. And Sophie Lancaster, she was in a coma for nearly 2 weeks and died of her injuries because she was beaten so badly. I mean, her head was stamped on several times. You know, both of them had boot prints embedded in their faces because this group of people violently attacking them, stamping on them, kicking them, you know, treating them like dirt just because they listened to alternative music, because they wore alternative fashion. And it's disgusting that it happened. It's ridiculous that it got to a point where people think it's okay to violently attack someone like that just because they like different music. It's ridiculous and it makes no sense. But it's, you know, it's got to stop. When it gets to that point, things have gone way too far and we cannot allow it to happen again. And this is why the Sophie Lancaster Foundation is so important, because they want to put a stop to this. They want to prevent this from ever happening again. They don't want to see another family go through what they went through when they had to watch their daughter slowly die because of a group of intolerant, you know, small-minded idiots. You know, we can't allow this to happen again, and the Sophie Lancaster Foundation wants this to stop, and they're doing everything within their power to try and stop it. So if you want to find out more about the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, there is a link to their website in the description below. You can go over there, find out what they're working on at the moment, find out what their goal is, because they can explain it a lot better than I can. And if you can help them out in any way, you know, you can make donations, or you can just pick up something like this Sophie wristband from their web store. You know, they've got a whole bunch of other merchandise there as well, which is really cool. But the smallest amount can make the biggest difference. And the sooner we can bring more attention to this, the sooner we can help to stamp out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere. But I'm going to leave that as it is for the time being. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.